We're in Maryland and we're gonna see some wild ponies.
Hi, we're the Care Kids.
Our parents are crazy. They want to take us on a year-long trip.
They call it an empathy expedition.
We're traveling the states to discover what makes us united.
50 states and 52 weeks.
And I saw you, 'cause I wanna be like the wind. I wanna run with you. Oh, we can be wolves, howling at the great white moon. I wanna be by your side when we light up the sky for the world to see. Run, 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 run with me.
And it's really cold. Nope.
You want to go see some wild
Hey,
ponies?
look what I found.
Okay.
I found gloves.
Those are my gloves. I was looking for them.
What is that?
Is Andy out there swimming?
Well, I'm not
Wild
swimming.
horses. She should live on a beach with wild horses. That's where she belongs.
We're on Assateague Island, which is basically like, it's like lots of other islands except for it has like grasslands, and wetlands, and wild horses, and like all kinds of birds, and the ocean. Crazy children, like them.
Please get here.
People brought them here to feed, but I'm pretty sure over the years they've forgotten about them. So,
It's not because like a land bridge or something.
No!
No, that's how like there's like rhinos and stuff that they found like America that actually like that was actually like they found like rhinos that crossed over a land bridge and got to America and they found their fossils here. So I was thinking like, are we sure like it's not like Maine has like a land had a land bridge before horses crossed over?
no, it says people brought them here to feed.
Okay, I'll guess that
because they
and
didn't-
land bridges.
No, because they didn't want to. They didn't want to pay feeding taxes.
Can I guess that and land bridges?
No, that's land bridge is not likely.
Yes, it is actually. Science proves it.
I love that our 9-year-old is the one who paid attention to the whole history, and everybody else is like,
I was
shipwreck?
drawing.
It's still in its shell, and it's all squishy.
Daddy, I'm gonna touch the horseshoe crab.
A horseshoe
I'm gonna
crab?
pick one up.
You are.
It's alive.
Whoa, you've seen the shells, huh?
I need
But
to
now you get to
touch
see the
it.
real thing.
Liz, you gotta check on your jacket too.
I know.
Okay, be soft with it. It is a living creature.
And she said, "You want me to pick it up again?"
Oh my god. That's scary.
Look, leave it alone for a second. Look, you can see its little
You can see
legs.
its little legs clawing at the ground.
Those aren't alive.
Yeah, the top is eyes.
I can have to push him.
Oh my gosh, I can't
It's
believe
okay.
I touched
Leave
the
them alone.
real horseshoe crab. It's alive.
Yeah, those are its eyes. On the top and side.
Look, Mama. Ooh, cool. This is what is
See his little legs waving at you.
Oh,
Just don't touch his tail.
Yeah, see?
I know.
Looks like
Yeah,
a snake.
This thing is
It's a horseshoe crab.
horseshoe crab.
Uh-huh. It's alive. See, it's sticking its tail out of the water.
Yeah, be careful with it. Let it swim away now. See what it does. Wow, he's swimming away.
Come here.
Hi, I'm Virginia Spice, and I am a park ranger here at the beautiful Assateague Island National Seashore. Well, we have 88 wild horses here at Assateague. They are wild, meaning that they don't receive any veterinary care whatsoever. The only thing that we do is manage the herd size, and that's by administering a birth control to the female horses, the mares. And we do that through a dart, and we have a lead biologist who's been with the park for 30 years who knows all of the horses just by looking at them. It's pretty interesting. A lot of visitors don't really understand the concept of wild. They're used to going to petting zoos or aquariums and seeing things in boundaries, but these horses are in fact wild. So as soon as you go over the bridge onto the island, they can greet you. They can greet you at your campsite in the middle of the night if you leave anything out. They're kind of like bears, but on a barrier island. So if you leave a cooler out, they will open up the cooler. If you leave anything out whatsoever, they're gonna get into it. There's two different ways that people like to say that the horses got here. One is the very romantic version, that there was a Spanish galleon ship that wrecked off the coast of Assateague, and the horses swam ashore, and then over time just the herd grew. The other more logical, I guess, myth, or the most logical way that they got here, is by colonists about 300 years ago. They were trying to avoid paying taxes. Shocker, even back then they wanted to avoid paying taxes, and so they brought the horses to the island to let them graze freely without having to supplement any food. They kind of just like adapted to the island, and the island kind of served as like a natural barrier so they wouldn't escape off the island. Well, the barrier island itself is 37 miles long in between two states. Barrier islands are very unique. Our island is just wide enough to be able to have very distinct habitats. So we have the ocean side, then we have the dunelands, which provide lots of valuable habitat for species like fox and deer. And then we have our maritime forest, which is very valuable for all of our migrating songbirds and warblers live in our forest, as well as we have Sika elk, which are a non-native species here at Assateague that Boy Scout troops brought here in the 30s. And then we have obviously our marsh, which has its own whole other ecosystem full of filter feeders and wading birds and marsh birds and mammals. So it's very dynamic, and barrier islands are really interesting because they are constantly changing. So what you see today, if you come back in 10 years, it is going to look completely different. So the island is slowly actually moving westward. It's a natural process called island rollover, when storms surge and actually carry the sand westward over time. And so if you ever go to the Ocean City Inlet and look towards Assateague, you'll notice that Assateague is a lot further west than the Ocean City Inlet, and that's, like I said, just a totally natural process that's occurring here at Assateague. I've lived here my whole life. So I was born just over the bridge in Ocean Pines. My mom was actually a park ranger here growing up at the state park, so I kind of fell right into that line of work really easily. Being a ranger is awesome. It's really fun, especially in the summertime. We do lots of public programs like crabbing, clamming, kayaking, surf fishing. So every day is different. It's really, really beautiful place to come, especially coming here and watching the seasons change, because then you can see everything that's migrating here and leaving, and all of the colors in the marsh, all the different species that come up in the spring and fall. It's just really beautiful, really fun. Lots of interesting people. There's people coming from all over the world to visit Assateague, so there's never a dull moment. It's amazing. I have a lot of appreciation. It's really hard to leave this area. At one point I almost moved away, but then it's just hard. It's family, it's beautiful. I was potty trained in the Aleut bathhouse when I was 2 years old. All kinds of amazing family memories. My mom, so she was a ranger here, but we got to live here every summer, all summer growing up. So me and my 3 older brothers, so we know every inch of this island, and I just have so many amazing childhood memories. Ghost crab hunting, collecting ghost crabs, putting them in my brother's tents in the middle of the night, like all kinds of fun stories, fun things that we used to do growing up, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I can't wait to bring my family here and make those kinds of memories with them too.
Mom, I can't breathe in. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's sticking its tail right up